How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokémon Unite character guide. In this episode, we're going to be going over Slowbro, some of his abilities, some of the best held items to use, and some of the best battle items to use when playing him. So, if you guys do enjoy this video and you like it, make sure you check out the channel for the other character guides, maybe like and subscribe. So, let's get right into the video. Starting off at level 1, Slowbro gets the choice between Water Gun or Slack Off. Water Gun. Slowbro builds up power to shoot a fierce stream of water which deals damage and lowers the speed of the enemy Pokemon. The longer Slowbro takes to build up power, the range of the move, slowing effect, and damage increases. The other ability, Slack Off, lies down and takes a rest while continuously regaining health. The longer Slowpoke stays still for, the more health it recovers. It has a cooldown of 11 seconds. Water Gun is absolutely fantastic early game. Considering that slow and the increased damage that it does the longer you hold it, it's fantastic for slowing down early game enemies and being able to kill them, because they can't get away, because they're slowed. So Slack Off and Water Gun are absolutely some of the best early game abilities in the game right now. At level 4, Slowpoke gets the choice between Scald and Surfed. Scald. Shoots Scalding Water, which does AoE damage. This move also lowers the speed and the attack of the enemy Pokemon. When hit, steam will emit from the enemy Pokemon. It has a cooldown of 5 seconds. Surf. Has the user charge forward on waves. The first wave deals damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and it throws them up in the air. Has a cooldown of 9 seconds. So, I haven't really talked about upgrades much in this series. However, once you get to a certain level, your abilities upgrade. And Surf has probably one of the best upgrades in the game, where it makes 2 waves become bigger and it knocks them up higher and stuns them for longer. At level 6, Slowpoke gets the choice between Amnesia and Telekinesis. Slowbro clears its mind to regain some health. After usage, enters a status immune state and increases defense and damage dealt by special moves. It has a cooldown of 12 seconds. The other ability, Telekinesis, makes opposing Pokemon float with psychic power. If used again, pulls the opposing Pokemon towards the user. It also has a cooldown of 12 seconds. Honestly, this is probably one of the most annoying abilities in the game currently. As of the Japanese stress test back in June, this ability would lift you up into the air, stun you, allow your enemies to hit you while you're stunned where you cannot fight back, and if the Slowpoke uses it again, it pulls you towards them, putting you back into the fight while you've already taken all this damage because they've just been hitting you. And oh my gosh, it sucks. But if you have a Slowbro on your team that's using it, it's phenomenal. At level 9, you unlock Slow Beam. Slow Beam. Slowbro's ultimate move is Slow Beam, which locks opponents in place. However, Slowbro itself becomes unable to move, so it's best to have some backup from allies. Alright, now that we've got those abilities out of the way, let's look at some of the best held items to use on Slowpoke. Starting off, we've got the EXP share. The EXP share, while your experience points are the lowest among your team, you will accumulate 2 experience points per second. However, when a teammate KOs a wild Pokemon, there is no reason for the experience value. So what this means is you do not gain experience if an enemy or if an ally Pokemon kills a minion. This is fantastic though for Slowbro because Slowbro needs to stay up in the front lines and attack. So being able to passively gain experience while you do all of the fighting against enemies is absolutely amazing. Next up, we've got the Float Stone. The Float Stone increases movement speed and attack damage. It's pretty self-explanatory. It increases your attack damage and your movement speed, which, as I mentioned, Slowpoke needs to stay in the battle and fight. So having that increased attack damage is absolutely fantastic. Last but not least, we've got the Leftovers. The Leftovers increase max HP and recovers health over time. HP recovery increases when out of combat. Alright, now that we got those held items out of the way, let's look at some of the best battle items to use when playing Slowbro. Starting off, we've got the X Speed. The X Speed raises your Pokemon's movement speed for a short time. Having that X Speed is fantastic for when you're about to attack an enemy or when you're trying to run away from a fight. Slowbro has a passive ability that I did not mention earlier, which is quite an interesting ability. It's called Oblivious. Oblivious. When the Pokemon receives damage, the HP loss is gradual. When damaging an opponent with a move, the Pokemon nullifies some of the gradual HP loss it has yet to receive, and it also decreases the target's special defense. This move is weird. So essentially, if Slowbro is taking damage, but he's attacking a Pokemon, he doesn't really notice that damage, so he doesn't take damage. And it's up there with Snorlax in how well this Pokemon can tank a hit. The other battle item is the Eject Button. The Eject Button moves to a specified direction immediately. Alright, now that we've got those battle items out of the way, let's look at my preferred Slowpoke build. Starting off, we've got Surf. Once we go with Surf, we're going to get Telekinesis for that displacement and that stun. At level 9, of course, you get your Unite move. So, like I mentioned earlier, I've not really talked about the upgraded abilities much in this series. So, it's better to start now, you know, better late than never. So, the upgrade for Surf makes its last 2 waves become bigger, knocking up opponents. Telekinesis increases move speed and range. So you can actually move when using telekinesis, and then this makes you move faster, and it also increases the range of telekinesis, so that way you can snipe an opponent and pull them back. Alright, now that we've got those abilities, let's look at the held items that I would use when I'm playing Slowbro. So starting off, I'm going to take the EXP share for that experience passively gained. Then I'm going to go with a muscle band. A muscle band deals increased basic attack damage, just for that extra basic attack damage. Then I'm going to take a float stone for that increased movement speed and increased damage. Alright, now that we got those held items out of the way, let's look at the battle items I'm going to take when I'm playing Slowbro. So, I'm going to take an X speed, just so I can zoom around, get closer to the enemy, get away from the enemy. Just, if I need to finish a kill, I can finish a kill. So, that is my preferred Slowbro build. However, you may have a different build. If you do, I would absolutely love to know what build you did play or want to play when Pokemon Unite releases. So, until then, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, check out the other character guides on the channel, and until next time, I will see you guys. Peace.